hungry for it.
We'll see. Hungry for croissants or burgers, though, is the big question that we still are dying to have an answer for. So let's see. I believe we saw the standings before we cut to break. It was a three-way tie between UGEN, Dexterity, or no, UGEN, Parkour 59, and KIMEO, if I'm not mistaken, with 7 points apiece.
I'm seeing croissants in the chat. Lots of croissants. One hamburger. Sorry, it looks like hamburgers are outnumbered. Here we go.
We shall see. Can Dexterity Depot get one over on the French?
Great
KIMEO
job.
starting that one out really nice, waiting out that an early commit towards the mountain.
I got the opportunity to train with Jonathan in Lyon when I was out for World Championships and traveled around and visited some of the communities. And Jonathan, he's an expert at setting that tiger with so much control, not falling for any any attempts to shake him off the branch. And there's a great example of Jonathan just expertly executing that early depart pounce. Here's Paul.
Over the top of the ridge. Trying to do the double back. You could see from the positioning over that first vault that he was looking to just loop around and underneath the first step of the sister, but not quite going to happen.
I think we're seeing renewed confidence from Paul after he had that beautiful redemption in the last match. And there, like, something that spectators need to know is it's so complicated to be at high speeds. You're striding these precise little things like rails while keeping your attention on details of the evader's body. And he read that so well. He was able to cut his speed and drop down for it.
Absolutely. All right, let's rock and roll. KIMEO straight down the center line. Shaking the tiger off the tree. Dive comes through, but that is a lot of time wasted now. Halfway through our timer. Trying to poke through on the ridge right here. Now you're caught in the open on the front line. Great. Dexterity Depot on this quadrupedal has just been a force to be reckoned with. That's going to be first point right there, but it was very, very close to the ending. It looks like they're just going to give it.
Yes, Paul has got to be on cloud nine. What a great showing. And that he was in trouble there for a second in that perch game on the cube where Luca had crawled up to that corner. There was a little bit of a standoff, but Luca, like a true juggernaut, just goes full dive to the sisters, not quite getting it.
Okay, but here comes Ben now, trying to get the tag in reply. He has been carrying so much for this KIMEO roster. Put 2 points on in their previous match, won 2 of the sudden deaths as well earlier in the day, and now he gets a chance to evade.
Yeah, Ben, expert level at the bay there. He was not falling for any Paul's active EQ. He was tightening the noose with every movement he made as Paul adjusted, and it was just done. Paul had nowhere to go.
Done and dusted. Let's see. This is a hype matchup right here. Roland versus Ben. Yeah, not surprised at all. You put 2 of the heavy hitters up against each other, and you're sure to see some sparks fly. Let's see. Coming right through. There's Roland. Caught him on the mountain right there before the jump could come through. And just like that, Dexterity Depot has a massive threat on the quad to try to extend this lead.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see Roland moving like that at the bay. I've spent many hours myself training with Roland down at in Woodstock, just repping the bay, and you could see like his setup on that short trap was so well done that Ben could not make ridge. There was no way.
Okay, Roland getting us going right there with a bit of a Naeem start. Pushing off, finding the drag strip as well. Doubling back at the front line, especially with that awkward footing, is really, really nice, but not caught up right there.
Wow, that is impressive from Khalil. Roland just ripping that ghost. And oh, you know what it was? I think Roland was just entertaining that cutback that he got away with Orlando. And that's what slowed his speed. And Khalil was right there with Golden Shower saying no. Got Mike up on the chaser's plate to face off with Khalil. Oh, so clean,
nice,
but Khalil on top of it.
Yeah, back and forth right there over the loading bay. Just using the momentum to wrap around the tilted once again, but finally caught. Wow, so expertly crafted up until the very end, but Dexterity Depot still hanging on to this lead.
I thought for sure Khalil had the evasion there because he only had 5 seconds to go. Mike is known for being a juggernaut, and he has that French style of diving low on that Viper as we see there. I thought Khalil was going to spot it and just punish him for it, but Khalil hesitated. Otherwise, I think he would have been golden if he just squeezed out. Good from Jonathan. Oh, a little stumble.
Caught up looking. Underneath
there you
once again, tried to go down on all fours, but it was a little bit too slow on the descent. KIMEO finds it.
Yeah, if you're studying these other teams, you've got to know Jonathan is one of his strongest positions is at that cube angled bar, whether he's on the ground or setting up that tiger. You cannot get scared and jump the gun early. That's where Mike's downfall was, and Jonathan was right there with so much speed. Love aggressive style from Jonathan. Alex is up to chase Jonathan now.
Okay, a little bouncing back and forth right here. Once again, the wrap around on the loading bay. To build a little bit of momentum. Look at the speed ball through the mountain. That is so much space right here. KIMEO might find the equalizer, which means we're going to be on pace for another sudden death. It is 1-1.
Oh, man, so many great looks and reactions from Jonathan, especially he knew he was desperate at the end. He could feel the long side Viper on the cube coming. Well played, hitting the brakes and just watching him sail through. Great job. Great job. Are we tie game now, or is it 2-1 KIMEO?
It is 1-1.
1-1, okay.
Yeah, we are looking real solid right now. KIMEO, of course, giving us so much drama today. Almost
yellow
going to sudden death in every
yellow
match.
Card. Take him down a notch. Put it in his face. All right, he better be careful here. I don't know what the most current rules are, but if he has a false start twice, that could be a red card. He could be out of the match.
Athletes ready.
It's gonna take a nice late start, maybe. There you go.
There it is. Yeah, take your time on that one. Don't want to get caught on the red just for a false start right here. Just kind of mounting over on the ridge. A little bit slow right there, but it doesn't even matter when you can find a slide through right there.
I love that. The rodeo is one of my original techniques I came up with on the ridge, and I love that variation, a little coffee grinder sit turn. I actually don't know if I've ever seen anyone do that in the main event yet, but that came through for Paul there. Very nice.
Athletes ready.
Okay. Dinner bell's ringing though. Look at who's on the platform. It is Big Ben coming through, and there is the first spike of the day. 4.6 seconds to get the tag.
Devours his meal. So ready for dinner. Ben can be a menace at the ridge for sure. I think Alex was too complacent. Now we've got Roland. This is not a surprise matchup. This is a smart move on Dexterity's part. You need another fast scrambler who can cut very quickly to pin Ben down.
Yep, planning these head-to-heads. It is very tactical gameplay. But Ben was the big point scorer in a lot of these previous matches.
Wins it.
Let's see if he can make some magic once again.
Wins it.
Won that first exchange. Won that second exchange. Roland cut it off, but he tried to double back too early. You could see Ben hands on the head, knowing that he could have just extended that speed forward on his way to the tilted cube, but it wasn't going to happen today.
Ben did such a good job by winning those first couple interactions and winning them a ridge. I think what happened here is that just like Ben has a macro reputation game and people will trip up or make decisions based on what they think about him, I think Roland's macro reputation there got the best of Ben. He didn't need to slow down. He could have ripped that. Khalil looking to pin it, Lazy Boy.
Oh, that was so smart. Just slowly cutting off all angles from Roland.
Something spectators need to know is that every little step and movement Khalil makes here has reasons behind it, and he's looking for confirmations. He's forcing Roland to cut his speed, and Roland felt like he had nowhere to go. He couldn't even, come up with a good jab or cross to juke because Khalil was controlling that with every step.
Here we go. 3 chases, remaining. Even bout right here. Somehow did not clip the back of that shirt right there. Look at the speed on this guy. He's calling for the tag, but KIMEO's athlete is still running. Clearly a DTR is going to come through unless he finds it right now. But damn. I mean, you could see the speed, but I think that's going to be easily a DTR. You could see Dexterity Depot just stop in the corner there.
Alex looked confident, but here we go. Not from that angle. I don't know, unless we can see a finger peel back or some shorts move. Oh, looks like he might have acknowledged. No. Did Alex just step off the quad? I don't think you're allowed to do that. I think if he accidentally stepped off the quad, I think by official regulation, unless that's changed, that's an acknowledgement.
Hard to say. And I mean, this could be a huge deal breaker. Like I said, there were three chases remaining in this match. Dexterity Depot and KIMEO are tied up 1-1. This is a decision between taking the lead or getting some momentum back, allowing Dexterity Depot to look to evade.
This is a key moment. Outside of that tag, which was so close, you got to give it to Khalil. That was expert level evading. And I'm not seeing any overlay. Oh, here we go. Great spider by Alex to set this up. Using the hands to propel the dive. Oh, that was so close. Oh my. Was it the shoe or the shorts? What's he calling for? We're going to need to see those key frames. Oh, he gives the tag. It might have been the shoe. Might have been the shoe.
Huge implication right there. So like I said, Dexterity Depot gets to stay on the quad. They're a little bit fresher after having gone through that chase with the rest period. And there's 2 chases left to go here.
Alex, not known as one of their top evaders, but he has been putting in the work. He's going to have to deal with Jonathan, who is a juggernaut. He will throw himself for his team. Especially, again, watch out for Jonathan at the cube. His tiger to pounce game is so strong.
Ooh, a little bit of a trip up right here.
Here it is.
An evasion from either side wins the match.
Here it is. Oh!
That's the slide. Doesn't look like he caught him on that go around. Dexterity Depot could end it right now. Alex has been putting in the work, as you said. But there's the wrap around. What a vault around the ridge. You had pointed that one out earlier, Amos.
Yep, and just like I said, juggernaut. I know Jonathan will go for stuff like this. He smelled blood in the water and he went for it. He didn't even go to that French style sit down on the trace, pull yourself around. He just knew it was there. His targets were locked. He nailed it. Alex was doing quite well up to that point, though, especially with Jonathan at the cube.
Okay, an evasion would have won for Dex Depot, but now it will win for KIMEO. Are we going to see a sudden death? This is a lot of speed. You cut the corners right here. Cut it once again. Can't double back around the tilted cube, and we are going to sudden death.
Another sudden death. He was looking so good. He just did not get a key look at the cube right here. He could have played cube comfortably, and he knew it. He knew it. When he rounded that turn, he took the light look. He knew it. So sad because he played the sisters so well there.
And once again, the question comes through. Is it Ben for a third go-around for Team KIMEO? Well, he's dapping him up. I think he's taking the quad.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's definitely been a strong pattern for them, and I think it's a good choice. They're probably going to throw in Roland. Yep, Roland's about to step up. Good decision on Dexterity's part.
Yeah, and this is a huge implication for the overall standings of today. KIMEO is in a 3-way tie for first place by points right now. So if they're able to take this, they will take the lead, at least temporarily, before our final match of the day comes through.
I wonder if we'll see a repeat here as well. Last time, Ben was able to keep Roland at bay for quite a while, and he started at the ridge here. He ended up getting Roland to run his continuum deep enough that he was able to get that straight shot across the quad with the Dorito cut to the cube, and that bought at least the first 5 seconds. These guys move so fast that it, even a win at the ridge is so few seconds.
Oh, I don't know if Roland was ready. He turned around in the middle of that too. Looks like they're gonna do a reset, I think.
Yeah, I think the official rules is that your feet both have to be on the starter's plate. I don't know what Roland was doing, playing psychological games, maybe rolling some dice, maybe he's superstitious. I don't know what he was doing down there, but he was not on the starter's plate when the buzzer rang.
Yeah, so now I'm wondering, look, Ben's going to go over to the tilted cube instead now, right? Like, that might have been a little bit of icing out action, although unintentional from Dexterity Depot. The tilted cube is pretty fine for this. You do expend a few seconds, so...
I gotta say, this is an interesting strategy I had never thought of before, but by Roland having this false start, he was able to expose Ben's plan, and now, as you can see, Ben is actually going to adjust plans, and that actually might come in Roland's favor. So maybe Roland's just like, I'll take the yellow card. I want to see what you're going to do. I want to get in your head. I want to make you think that you can't do the same thing twice. But I mean, if you're studying other teams like at this level they should be, it doesn't matter. Ben could start at the ridge again. Like Ben could have the same plan with some variations. So I hope this doesn't get in Ben's head. I hope this doesn't come to the benefit, because that's a really odd strategy to take a yellow card just to cause your evader to adjust. But
yeah,
we'll see how it plays out.
I'm not sure if it was fully intentional. It looked like he was maybe mid-conversation or something like that. But it is good information regardless. And for what it's worth, Ben did start at the ridge both times KIMEO was able to win in sudden death. This is a great start for Ben. This foot race is exactly where you want to be. You do not want to give this man space. I don't think that tag connected right here as well. So this is a huge lead now for KIMEO.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you start at the ridge or the tilted cube. That's the full 20 seconds.
That is no small feat. Roland is a menace as well, and the new start positions seem to play in Ben's favor, because that threw Roland off. And I thought Roland had him with golden showers there. Roland was just moving on that backside of the cube, but Ben is also a fast man, squeezed out. Maybe even Ben wanted that. He was baiting that tail. Huge moment for croissants versus hamburgers. Dexterity might be eating their words once again.
Athletes ready!
Paul was a good decision. Khalil is their top chaser, I believe.
So it has to be a full evasion. Any tag at any point under 20 seconds ends it right here in favor of KIMEO. This will be their third sudden death win. It's not going to happen. The crawl underneath.
This could be
insane. It. He's too clutch right now. What is he going to double back? No. This quadruple movement is too quick. We're going to sudden death.
No, I think he got it. I think he got the tag. It was at 19.8. I think Khalil got it. No.